Hello and welcome back to Train Sim TV. In today's video we're going to be taking our second look at the Niddertalbahn Bad Vilbel to Stockheim route. So this is the second look, as I say, and we're going to be doing the section between Stockheim and Heldenbergen. We're using this class, the 628 DBBR diesel multiple unit, and we're just going to have a look at what we didn't look at last time. If you want to see the first part of the route, which covers Heldenbergen to Bad Vilbel, please do take a look at our other video. It's on our video library, about 2 videos previous to this one, and that will give you an insight of what that part of the route looks like. So we're going to be doing custom weather. We're going to go for August and clear, and we're going to be doing this one here, which is 7075 7077 Stockheim Heldenbergen Windecken. Starts at 15:48. It's 34 minutes long, and we are going to be using PZB and CIFA, which we didn't use in our last video. I'm more confident with the system now, and knowing my luck, I'll make an absolute mess of it on the video, because why the heck not? Right, so we're going to be driving this passenger service from Stockheim Oberhest to Windecken, which is in Heldenbergen. DBBR class 628.2. It's a weight of 73.3 tons. It's 2 cars in length, and it's 44.5 meters in length. Let's get started. So I'm going to go and just activate the gubbins down here. There we go. Some windows. Right, so we want to put our key on there. Right, safety systems are on. Open doors. Just make sure the lights are on. We need to turn those up. Can't really see them very well in the daytime, but it's not a problem. Headlights on. Other than that, we are pretty much good to go. We're just waiting for our time, basically. Quick look round the station. It's just as you would expect, it's just as quaint as the rest of the route. I love the old look of it. End. This is Stockheim station. I've learnt a few things since we last drove. I'd say I've managed to figure out how to work PZB and C. Well, I knew CIFA, but PZB was the one that I didn't really have a clue about. Big thanks to Prof McMouse, who watches the streams. He sort of gave me a bit of guidance along the way with that. So we are hopefully going to be alright on a video. I'm flying solo. Spawned again. There's an issue with the passengers on this at the minute. They don't walk into the station, they sort of like spawn and disappear, so there's a bit of a problem. Hopefully that'll get fixed as an update. Right, let's look at the doors. Safe to release, so I've just basically released the PZB there. So I worked out why the train sounded a little bit quiet on the distance. It's actually because when, depending on what side of the end of the train you're on, only one end's got an engine, the other end hasn't. Hasn't got the actual engine itself, so that's why it sounds a bit quieter depending on where you are. So I've worked that one out. You sort of learn these things as you go along. So we're going to be calling it Globerg, and then we are going to be at Lindheim, which is where I want to hopefully try and find an Easter egg, which I've heard about. Aldenstadt, Hof, Action, I think that is, or Itchen, and then Heldenbergen. So we're going to try and actually be on time this time compared to the last video. We won't have to do any restarts and boot scenarios up. I think as well, I mean, this has been out over a week now, and it appears to be very, very well received in the community, which is nice. And they deserve it. They've done a really good job of it. They've worked the socks off getting this to where it was. I think Steam reviews have been pretty much mostly positive, which is nice. It's nice for Trains to receive such a positive review, because sometimes you don't really see that. You see a lot of hate, which is not always nice. As a developer, it's not always nice to see hate when you put your heart and soul into something. So I'm sure Lucas and the team are very happy with the reception it's had. We streamed it about a week ago almost now, just about a week now, so it was well received on the stream. To fair, a lot of nice comments. We were playing it. You feel like you're going really, really fast, and then when you sort of like slow yourself down, it's like, oh my god, the station's miles away. Here's a Globerg. I found one of the collectibles as well. That's brilliant. So while we're here, we'll go and collect the one of the best collectibles I've seen in Trains to World ever. This is the milk bottle. Hey. Brilliant. They're quite hard to find, to be fair, some because they're pretty well hidden. You've got to go searching. They're not the easiest of collectibles in this route. Just bear that in mind. Lindheim is next. That Jägermeister, by the way, is not actually Jägermeister the drink. It's apparently to do with a glass factory, glass manufacturing. You'll live and learn something new every day. I've been driving past it thinking it was the drinks place. Alcoholic beverage. The spirit. What I wasn't doing before was actually blowing me horn. P stands for the horn. non-gated crossing. We've got to ensure that we're on the ball, really, make sure that we acknowledge signals and acknowledge. You've got to acknowledge all sorts. Like there's a little white sign with a cross on them. You've got to obviously acknowledge crossings. It's all linked in with the PZB. So this is what I was learning on my stream the other week, and I feel like I know a bit more now. If in doubt, just acknowledge it. So I just acknowledge everything just to make sure it doesn't go off, basically, but it shouldn't do even though it's flashing. You never know. You never know with stuff like this, so it's just to be safe, just press the button and you'll not go wrong. It's a learning curve, you don't know what you're doing. I mean, we're so used to like driving UK stuff, and you come and drive something else with a safety system, it's like, oh my god, what do I do? So remember, you've got a 1% chance of crossings not activating. That would mean you'd have to stop and actually press the button to set the barriers down. You'd know if they're not working, which is basically that sign we passed before was flashing white. If that's not flashing, then you have a good chance that you might not be going through, so you need to then prepare to stop. But sometimes there is two signs, so you might actually get another one of them signs a bit further up, which then may activate. There is sometimes a bit of a delay, so just be on the eye of caution. Always treat it, if it's not flashing you're expecting to stop, so just be cautious. And always remember to obviously acknowledge the crossings, especially if they're not listed as mainly. I just do it anyway. I believe there is an Easter egg here, which I did not know about. You're going through first, are you? You can get up on the tree. That's absolutely hellfire. I didn't know this, and I heard it was a thing. But you can get up there and you can sort of like get a really cool view. Brilliant. Love it. Absolutely love it. Oh, hang on. Yeah, we're getting started. What's it asking me to get started for? I already started. Aldenstadt next. This is a passing loop. So I'm going to show you some cool stuff with semaphores in a minute. Just to give you an idea of where we are, we started on the top right hand side and we are travelling down to the central passing part of the route, which is here. Part 1 covered this section. As we continue through the Nidder Valley, taking the sights and the ambience, just the sheer detail and beauty of it. It really is stunning. Somewhere I would love to come and visit in real life. I mean, we're on obviously the base skin today on this video, but there is some really cool bits and pieces on the Creators Club as well. Some retro liveries have cropped up, even some modern DV red liveries. There's a few fictional bits on there as well, but there is some real stuff on there, and they actually really are a decent job. We will cover them at some point, no doubt, in videos. We have used them on the stream as well. You might have seen them already. So this white sign with the cross, we have to acknowledge this. So now we need to be down to 40 kilometers an hour before that bar goes down. Just dropping the speed there. Oh. We'll have a 500 megahertz magnet in a second, so I think we have to be doing 15. Pretty certain it's 15 for a red. Although I'm not too sure if that will do us here, just be careful. Again, best to be, if you're not sure, just make sure you're at the right speed. So it's restricted, you see. We should say 500 if it was. Well, that's for an end of line, I'm not too sure. Well, pretty good timing that. I'm going to show you something with the semaphores quickly, which is really, really cool. You can drop the lamp at the oil part. Oh, there we go. So if you go to the winder, we lower that mechanism. I don't look this in the stream, by the way. There you go. The lamp. The lamps are dropped. So both the lamps have just come down off there. So now you can't actually see any like aspect colours. If we go back, wind them up. I think it's an absolutely amazing little feature. Brilliant. We actually have a bit of time to wait here as well, so it's all good. But if you go back up here now, you should see the bulb colour a bit better. There you go, you can see the aspect now. He's just disappeared. We've got a bit of time here yet. Love the stations though. Really, really nice. Couple odd weird boundary issues where it flies the camera up, but other than that, it's pretty cool. What's that? That's cool. Stop stuff from falling off the roof. Could you just maybe stop the tiles falling down? Very good. Right, well, we've got about 5 minutes here, so we'll cut forward just in time for us departing, and we'll transition through. Right, so time is just about ready for us to depart. We've got the doors shut now. Give them a lock. We've got the road, we've got the level crossing down, we've got the white flashing lights ahead of us. We are good to go. Posh. I'm probably pronouncing that awfully wrong, but that is our next station. We did, on our stream, we actually took this unit for a drive on the Link Rhinestrecker route, because it actually layers into that as well, so now this is out there, you can actually drive this on there, and you can get a bit more out of it. You can actually do a drive that gets you up to a good 90 kilometres an hour, which is pretty quick, to be fair, for this unit. It feels like it's going really, really fast. I mean, it feels like, even though it's 60 kilometres, it does feel like you're going pretty quick on this. I think it's more because you're quite enclosed in with the foliage and stuff. Makes you feel like you're driving a bit quicker than you are. Warning for the crossing. Just a little lag spike there. There is a couple of areas where it does have a little bit of a lag spike, but nothing to worry about. There was one place I did have on the stream, but that actually hasn't happened here. So again, it's not a massive problem. I think it's a bit of a known issue, but sometimes I think it might be linked to like memory. They do know about it, I think. Oh, street signs as well. You've got signs it wants to do what it's doing. Probably spoke too soon here. There we go. It's cool. Doing the screenshot. Not whilst it's doing that though. That's really not appropriate. Oh, it's all gone wrong. You should not have come out of the cab. Oh well. This is where we'll now learn how to recover the train. To be fair, it's pretty easy to recover. You just shouldn't really go out of the cab with everything turned on. That's how things happen. That's for a nice screenshot, isn't it? Basically, the moral of the story here is don't go out the cab with your safety devices on, because things like that happen. Luckily it wasn't the PZB or anything going off, because that's a bit more unforgiving. You've got to start messing around and waiting for things to release and stuff. CIFA's not too bad. You can literally just cancel it, stop, start, take the brakes off it, that's it. I did say something had happened. I wasn't wrong. Stopped a little bit short there, to be honest, but to keep us sort of on time, I've made that executive decision to do so. One thing I've noticed, the passengers don't walk on platforms, isn't it? Whether there's a bit of an ongoing bug or something with them, I'm not too sure. They would normally walk down to the train. Oh, it's only 2 stations away. I like these little half-hour drives. They're pretty good. If you haven't got the full time, you can just literally jump on and have a good drive. through a little bit of a forest. More overgrown here. Crossing's activated. We've got the signal. We're not actually passing anything here, it's just put us on this side. But it is a passing loop. We are actually in the right place because we actually are at the H, which is the stop road. Although it does feel like a little bit far. It's kind of on the platform. Right, and a 3.8 kilometre sprint through to Heldenbergen, Windecken. It dawns when you first come and drive the route when you see a semaphore on the left hand side. When you're so used to driving the UK route, semaphores are on the left hand side, so it looks like a red signal. But on this route, obviously, they are on the right hand side, and the arm goes the opposite way up. So if you're not overly used to it, it can be a bit confusing. A bit of a climb now to Heldenbergen, so it's put a bit of power on. Not too much, but just keep momentum. You start obviously losing speed, you'll lose your time. We're stopping in platform 5 for this. Where this will terminate. we've obviously acknowledged that signal. We need to start slowing down. By the time that obviously that bar drops, we need to be at the right speed. It does say 85 on there, to be fair, but we'll get ourselves down to 40 in a second because that is the next speed. There we go. Just have a little bit of power just to keep the momentum. Don't want to drop too much. As soon as obviously the brake force take it down too far. Make sure you obviously acknowledge these signals. See it crossing there, obviously quite hard for drivers to obviously see that, so just give it a little toot at the horn. And we are now joined up with one of the main lines. Not overly sure where it goes to and from, but I'm yet to see another service pass it, although I'm sure there is other trains that will come through here. I've just not seen one yet. Probably have to be at a certain time of the day, the right time really to see them. I've seen some at the other, at Bad Vilbel. There we go, that is the other half of the route. I hope you've enjoyed watching. It really, really is a lovely route. Cannot stress that enough. A big thanks for watching as well, guys. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, hit your notification bells for future videos. Streams on Twitch, Fridays to Sundays, usually from about 8:30 in the evening. Sometimes can change, we'll let you know on that. Do come and join us, come and say hi, it's always nice to see new faces on there. But in the meantime, have a good one, thanks for watching. All the links in the description for the route as well. Do go and take a look, it's absolutely superb, it really is. Cannot stress that enough. Go and support the guys that have put this together. Thank you for watching though once again, guys. We will end it there. Take care and we'll see you very soon for the next video. Bye for now.